Boom. Back again with another video. This is my third one today. This is race number 4 out of 8 of the SRX series, subscriber series. And now, it's not race number 2, but it's race number 4. This is Stafford, not South Boston. Got to remember that now. This is Stafford. We're going to do the day race at Stafford. As here are the points going into Stafford. As Yusuf Kalamadine. Yeah, Yusuf Kalamadine. Leads over Matt Sisler by 1 point. Chase Elliott is 3rd. Greg Biffle 4th. Helio Castroneves is 5th. Paul Tracy 6th. Jalen Waddle 7th. Michael Waltrip 8th. It's Just Elite is 9th. Bobby Santos III is 10th. Milkman is 11th. Toby Phelps 12th. Bill Elliott 13th. Andres Hallett Jr. and a double zero is 14th. Marco Andretti is 15th. Mateo Martinez is 16th. And Tony Stewart rounds out, not the top 17, but rounds out the points. As Stafford is the track this time. 50 laps. I think for the last 4 races, I'm going to bump up to 30%. That's what I'm going to do for the last 4 races. Make them a bit longer. But I do believe the next episode, the next video, will be something a bit different than what we are used to seeing. And we're not going to be in America for that race. We're not going to be in North America or even Canada or even Mexico. We're going places. As qualifying here at Stafford, the day race. Let's see who gets pole position out of 2 laps. It's Just Elite is on pole after the first lap with Helio Castroneves and Bobby Santos III. 105% difficulty. And after the second lap, It's Just Elite has got pole position. There might possibly be a caution that's not forced. There might be. There's not a 100% chance that there's going to be a caution. But there might be a caution. Spectator cam is the best cam in my opinion, because you get to see more action. As the pace cars pull off, Elite and Mateo Martinez will lead the way as Mateo Martinez on the outside. He got the run off of turn 4. As I gotta get rid of that. But wow, as we're 2x2, as would that technically be a penalty? I don't know. I think that might be a penalty for going at the beginning of the race. Before the leader. I'm not sure that was Elite's fighting back on that inside lane. He's to the inside. As we see 2x2x2. As Mateo Martinez trying to get that outside lane to work. Stafford isn't as much passing as Five Flags or South Boston or Eldora from the practicing that I've done, but there's a lot more 3-wide action. So far, there has been none that I have seen. But as Elite to the inside of Mateo Martinez, trying to get around him. As we see toward the back here. Matt Sisler, your 5-flag Speedway winner. And currently second, the points is saved it. Okay, maybe not. There's a wreck. Marco Andretti's around. Milkman in the wall. Caution is out. As who's going to get back to the line first? Is it going to be Elite? It is going to be Elite. As caution already focused on Matt Sisler, who was in the back, and Marco Andretti and Milkman up into the wall, as we will go back and see what has happened to them. As a 3 wide, as Marco Andretti seems to slide up the racetrack. As Greg Biffle stands up his inside, he slides up the track, contact with Michael Waltrip and Milkman. Greg Biffle just stunted in on him and turned him into the wall. Milkman kind of an innocent bystander there. He was on the outside. As we see there, like, he gets hit there by Marco Andretti, and Marco Andretti almost turning Michael Waltrip. And Greg Biffle just sent Marco Andretti into Waltrip, and Milkman nowhere to go. There is Tony Stewart. He kind of got by it. Matt Sisler, who was just behind them. He was going to the inside of Chase Elliott, last week's runner-up. Oh, you see, there they go. Did they pit? No, Marco Andretti did not pit. As Elite leads the way, as we have 20 laps, or almost 20 laps to go till stage break. And we will cut to the green flag. As here we go, pace car is pulled down to the pit lane, as Elite is going to lead them with Mateo Martinez, Paul Tracy, Helio Castroneves, Jalen Waddle, your top 5. And we are back racing as Elite pulled a gap on him. He went a bit early there, but there's really no restart zone as Elite has already pulled out to a decent amount gap as Helio Castroneves to the inside of Paul Tracy. The only move that was made there on the restart, as he's going to the bottom, as it seems like Bobby Santos III is trying to move on Bill Elliott possibly. Down into the corner as, yep, he's going to make a move. Oh, to be contact. As Helio Castroneves is down to the inside of Paul Tracy. As we see here, almost 3 wide. Greg Biffle, Michael Waltrip, Tony Stewart. As Helio trying to get the move done on Paul Tracy as they're going 3 wide. Oh, just about. Oh, as Greg Biffle, Michael Waltrip. Oh, they somehow found a way to save it. We will check that at the end of the race. But wow, it's 3 wide again. Helio Castroneves into the wall. As wow, that screwed up Paul Tracy. It's Toby Phelps trying to get to the inside Helio Castroneves, and he does get to the inside as Bobby Santos III to the inside of Bill Elliott. We will check those replays at the end of the race. As we see here, Michael Waltrip battling with Marco Andretti. Chase Elliott to the inside of Greg Biffle. As we have another 3 wide action. Oh, we got a flipper! It's Yusuf Kalamadine! Oh! Caution is out! Oh, no. Yusuf. That is wow. Um, wow. We will check everything that happened. Yusuf Kalamidin is the only person this season, is the first person this season to be up and over in a DNF. As wow. But we will first off get a look at, and actually that's going to end the stage. That's actually going to end the stage. Wow. As Elite, Mateo, Jalen Waddle, Helio, Toby Phelps, Bill Elliott. Actually, you know what? Ticker's going by. But here's what happened. We will go back to as here it is with going 3 wide with Tony Stewart, Michael Waltrip. He just got turned by Michael Waltrip. They saved it. And that's not the only time that happened, as we go up here with Helio Castroneves. I believe, like, just right here. He just did the same thing like Greg Biffle. This time it wasn't as bad as Greg Biffle. And we have Yusuf Kalamidin flipping, as we see there. Gets 3 wide again by Tony Stewart. But instead, Paul Tracy was also in the same spot that he was with Helio. And just Yusuf goes for a bit of a ride there. Insane. Yusuf will be the first DNF of the season. I mean, Tony makes it 3 wide. Yusuf trying to give space, and his car just flipping. I'm sorry if you are getting dizzy. But wow. As stage has ended as we're going back green this time by. Wow. I don't believe nobody pitted. Yeah, nobody pitted, so. But we are going back green. So don't even need to cut this part, as the pace car is going to pull off Elite, Mateo, Jalen Waddle, Helio Castroneves, and Toby Phelps inside top 5 this time. We are going to go back racing as Jalen Waddle looked to the inside of Mateo right away on that restart. And he's going to look to the inside. It looks like a couple of people are trying to look to the inside of others. As nobody going to make a move right now, as we see Bobby Phelps trying to get to the inside of Bill Elliott, as he did not make the move work again. As Tony Stewart, who's made these 3 wide situations happen. Oh man, he almost just made another one off of turn 2. As here we go side by side, and he's gonna almost force one. And still side by side is Bobby Santos III and Bill Elliott. As he's gonna force one this time. Well, he's not gonna force one, but he's gonna get to the inside. They're almost going 3 wide down the backstretch. As Tony Stewart, they're 3 wide. Oh man. Bobby Santos III is going to get by Bill Elliott. What a move. And we see here Greg Biffle trying to get to the inside Chase Elliott. As Yusuf Kalamidin, who has been racing since the 2nd race of the season, is out here in the 4th race of the season. So, oh my god, it was almost 4-3 wide by Andres Hallett Jr. on Tony Stewart and Bill Elliott. As Tony Stewart trying to force him to go wide and possibly make the move as Greg Biffle to the inside of Chase Elliott. And Tony trying to get the move done on Bill Elliott. Is he going to get the slide job? No. Tony's going to leave the room for Bill Elliott as he's going to go around the outside. Is Tony going to clear him this time? No, he's not. Tony kind of needs a bounce back finish after he's dead last in the points currently. As Elite has pulled away from Mateo Martinez. And Greg Biffle still trying to battle with Chase Elliott as we see Milkman and Matt Sisler here at the back. It seems to be just single file action. Not a lot of attempted passing except for Greg Biffle on Chase Elliott. And now Milkman on Matt Sisler. And maybe Marco Andretti might force it 3 wide and possibly get another caution. Hopefully nobody going flipping. As we see here, side by side, doesn't look like Marco's going to force anything on Milkman. As we see, almost 3 wide up here. That's Bobby Santos third, Toby Phelps and Helio Castroneves. Toby Phelps trying to get around Helio to get into 4th place. Here on lap 34 of 50 as it's almost 3 wide by Bobby Santos III. As we see here, Michael Waltrip to the inside of Marco Andretti. Toby Phelps. Toby Phelps, sorry about that. Trying to get to the inside of Helio Castroneves and trying to get by him. As Elite has pulled away over Mateo Martinez by, you're about to see on the ticker, as Michael Waltrip trying to get by Marco Andretti as we see almost a whole second lead over Mateo Martinez. As Toby Phelps trying to get around Helio Castroneves. And that might force Bobby Santos and Tony Stewart. They're almost going 3 wide. Bobby Santos looked to the inside of Helio after being passed by Toby Phelps, as we see in the back here. Michael Waltrip still trying to get around Marco Andretti. It seems like that outside lane can work around here to defend. It seems like a lot of people are really getting the hang of using the outside lane to defend, especially around 3 and 4. That's where you can defend a lot more. As we are getting closer to 10 laps to go. As Elite dominate this entire race. This is something that we do like to see is, so far top 4 are people who signed up for the series. As we have one of them leading. We have had one person who has signed up for the series win a race, and that is Matt Sisler. The other 2 races have been won by Paul Tracy and Helio Castroneves, the real-life SRX drivers. As we see here, it's kind of calmed down right now, except for Michael Waltrip finally getting by Marco Andretti. Actually, no, he's going to fight back on that outside lane. But Mikey is going to get by him. As it seems like Chase Elliott and Greg Biffle might go at it again. But stuff has seemed to calm down. And points leader Yusuf Kalamidin out of the race. Matt Sisler currently 13th. He's 2nd in the points. Elite is I believe 9th in the points. Actually, you know what? We can actually see here real quick. As we see there, Chase Elliott, Greg Biffle, Helio Castroneves is probably the one with the best situation right now. As I believe you saw by Alex Bowman background because that is my favorite driver. He's the best driver. I mean, maybe Elite with these great points possibly go from. I don't even know where he was. I think I believe he's ninth. And move up into top 3 possibly. But Helio Castroneves, currently 5th, would be getting 16 points as we are here. 4 laps to go. Can anybody make any more moves? Or are we all out of moves here at Stafford? As Elite leading every single lap. Even after somebody flipping. Nobody pitting. And he's just dominating from the drop of the green. That is another reason why I'm probably going to move up the laps. See if we do get some strategy. Maybe pitting, maybe not. But, yeah. Final lap, I believe. We're coming to the final lap right now. Elite leads the way over Mateo Martinez by 1.3 seconds. Here we go, down the back straightaway for the final time. Elite is going to get his first win of the season. Here at Stafford, Mateo Martinez 2nd, Jalen Waddle 3rd, Toby Phelps 4th, Helio Castroneves 5th, Bobby Santos the 3rd 6th, Tony Stewart 7th, Bill Elliott 8th, Andres Hallett Jr. 9th, Paul Tracy 10th, Chase Elliott 11th. We have Greg Biffle 12th, Matt Sisler 13th, Milkman 14th, Michael Waltrip 15th, Marco Andretti 16th, and then Yusuf Kalabadid dead last after flipping. He's going to have the first DNF of the season. Your points leader. As we see here, there is your fishing results. Elite wins by 1.4 seconds over Mateo Martinez. As we had some battling, some interesting ones. We had our first flip and DNF, like I said, probably a couple times now this season. But, yep. Thank you guys for watching. As we see here, there's the race standings. It's just Elite goes to muscle at Stafford. Heartache for number 41. Yusuf Kalamadine loses 7 positions en route to a 17th place finish. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you for race number 5. And, yeah. Boom.